Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite new mama, Orange Vintage. And today's video is a mommy update. I find that a lot of the time when I do my baby updates, I focus on Salem and I don't focus on myself at all. I always forget because I'm irrelevant. But a couple people have asked me to, I guess, give you guys an update about how I'm doing. And so that's why I'm here. I think the most common question I'm asked is, since I've had Salem, do I still want to have a big family? Do I still want to have a lot of kids? The answer is yes. I am so in love with my daughter and I do want to have 4 babies. So Salem's the first, obviously. And I would love to have 2 more of my own and adopt one, or have 3 more of my own. Yeah, 3 more of my own and adopt one. I haven't really decided yet, but that's definitely something I want to do. I don't know why, but I just want to adopt a baby. And I think that when I do adopt a child, I'm gonna want them to look like me and Shooter. So they have to be biracial because I don't want that child to like feel ostracized in any way, but we're still gonna be open with that child and tell them that they are obviously adopted. I don't want to like lie to the child. No, okay? It's tragic when people do that. So we are gonna be honest with the child, but I definitely want the child to look like my other children, especially because when I was younger and I would babysit Malik, when me and Shooter would go out and we had Malik with us, everybody was looking at me crazy, like I literally had on the Scarlet Letter. And obviously they were thinking Malik was my child and Shooter was my boyfriend and I was just like out here. But that's obviously not the case. I just don't want it to look like I cheated or Shooter cheated and we have some extra child in the family. No, I want all the kids to look the same. And I hate that it's like that, but I don't know. I feel like it's not like I'm Caucasian and I'm adopting 2 black kids. You know, people know that your children are adopted, or a black person adopting 2 white kids. No, because we're gonna have kids together. I'm not like a single woman that's adopting a child. It's because we're a family. So I just think that it'd be better that way. But that's that. I do definitely want to have a lot more kids. In terms of when, I honestly miss being pregnant so freaking much. Like I see like my friends and stuff from like high school, everybody pregnant, everybody having babies, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I miss it so much. And there's just something about being pregnant and like your skin's glowing, your hair is fabulous. Like I just miss that. I miss carrying a little baby inside my tummy and being excited about it growing and, you know, getting excited about meeting the baby, finding out the gender. Hello. You all know I went crazy. I miss that, and I definitely want to be pregnant right now, but I just feel like it's not the time just yet. Like I feel like we need like a couple more months and then we can try again. I know that my body is ready for trying because guess who came back to visit me? None other than Aunt Flo, and I had to cuss the bitch out because Aunt Flo has changed completely. Honestly, I was shocked when I got my first period since having Salem, because my first period actually came 2 whole months ago, and when it came it was really light and like it was almost like I was just spotting, and I was like, what is this? What is this? And then the next month came, but it was like only like 3 weeks had passed. And so basically my new cycle, which is completely different from my old cycle, I have a 22-day cycle now and I'm pissed about it. I'm actually upset because I hate my period. And so that's actually urging me even more to get pregnant. I'm like having baby fever because I don't want to have a period. I just don't want one. And so obviously now I have to purchase pads and I'm just not here for it at all. And so with the 22-day cycle, the first period was whatever, but the second period, which was a couple weeks ago, bitch. First of all, my old period used to last like 3-4 days max. This period lasted a good 6.5 days. I said, what is this? Like, this is not fair. And so the plus side is that so far I haven't been experiencing severe cramping. It hasn't been like, you know, cramps that are kicking my ass, because usually that's what I've experienced with my period. But now it's kind of very subtle. It almost feels like when you first get pregnant, and you have a little bit of cramping there and you think your period's coming, but it never shows up. And then it also feels like when you first start breastfeeding, you feel cramping as well. And so that is what I'm experiencing, and I hate it, and I really just want to get pregnant like now. What else do you need to know? I am not gaining any weight, but I'm also not losing any weight. I'm really struggling with not snacking, and so I think once I'm like officially ready to commit to eating a bit healthier and not snacking so much, because I'm obsessed with Subway cookies, girl, that's when I'll actually like have the weight fall off, because there's been weeks where I actually do lose a little bit of weight and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm excited. I look at the scale and then a bitch celebrates with a snack, and then it's like a never-ending cycle. I just can't get back to normal, and so I really truly do not feel comfortable in clothes. As you see, I don't really post on Instagram, and I'm just not feeling like myself in my body. I have a tummy and I have a mom bod. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because obviously I just had a baby 6 months ago. You know, it's not realistic to snap back, bitch. I'm not a celebrity. I am not out here, you know, sucking the fat out of one place and putting it somewhere else. So it is what it is. I have to live with it until I am ready to like actually like not be a lazy ass bitch and exercise a little bit, just a little bit, and like eat less. Then I'm not gonna lose the weight. And so I've accepted that. I've kind of just like accepted it, but I'm not gonna let myself go, bitch, because I need to stay cute, you know? And so you guys might notice in my videos, sometimes my face looks fatter, sometimes it looks skinnier, and based on that, you know, I'm struggling a little bit with the whole weight thing, and I've always really struggled with my weight anyway, so this is nothing new. But now, after having a baby, this is the most weight I've ever been. This is the most weight I've ever been, and it's also the most uncomfortable I felt in my clothing. I don't even really bother with the jean thing, girl. I can't. I have like 2 pairs of jeans that are normal jeans that actually fit me. They're high-waisted, and they're like from before I was pregnant. They fit. They're super stretchy. But my other jeans that I wear are literally still my pregnancy jeans, because my regular jeans that I would like to fit into, they won't go up, child. They won't button, you know. I got too much junk in the trunk, child. I really don't. I really don't. But yeah, I'm just, you know, my clothes still don't fit me how I want them to. And like sometimes, some days I wake up and I feel skinnier, and so I'll wear a high-waisted short with like a crop top. But other days I don't feel that way at all. I was blessed enough to not get really bad stretch marks, and that includes on my tatas. And as well as my stomach. Obviously I did get them on my sides. I showed you that during the pregnancy. Those ones have not completely faded. They're still pretty much there, but they don't bother me. Stretch marks never really bothered me per se. I think if I did get them on my actual tummy, I probably would not like that. I probably would be uncomfortable with it, but it's just something I would have to adjust to, because that's life. I mean, when you have a baby, you sacrifice yourself. You literally sacrifice your own body and your own selfishness to do something that is extremely life-changing and life-altering. But I have no regrets. Salem's freaking awesome, so I mean she's a great baby, so I can't be mad at a 1-2 stretch mark and a freaking jeans that don't fit, you know? I feel like I wouldn't wear a bikini, you know, because I used to wear bikinis. Nah, bitch, not no more. That's how I feel though. I'm not ready, you know. As far as mentally, I think I'm all right. Like, I know some people have children or have their first baby and they don't have the help, and they get overwhelmed, and I am so blessed and so fortunate to not have experienced that. There's obviously some days where I do feel the pressure and I'm just like, you know, damn. It's never been to the point where like I'm like, why the hell did I have a child, you know? I know people get like that. Literally, like, everybody that I know that has kids told me not to have children so young, and I'm like, girl, bye. I'm 25, bitch, bye. Like, I'm old, bitch. I wanted to start at 23. If I had a baby when I was 23, I would probably be on my second or third right now. I would be having my third child right now, but I started late in my book. Anyway, back to, I guess, my body, because I think the reason that my period started was because of Salem's eating pattern. She started to eat less, and when they eat less, your body, I guess, is kind of sending warnings to your brain that you're not feeding as much, so, you know, it's time for regular things to get back in action. However, one thing I need to mention about getting my period back is that I am bloating when it's time for my period, and that's actually causing me to snack a lot too when my period's on. And so I'm like, it's like before, it's like back in the day when you're bloated and you're eating your snacks and your period's here, and you know, you want chocolate really badly. And so, oh, which is the other thing, girl, before I got pregnant, my libido child was high, okay? But once I got pregnant, I wasn't really into it. I only did it here and there. And then obviously, like, when I was trying to get Salem to get the hell out of my belly, that's when I was really trying to go ham with Shooter. But after I had the baby, because I wasn't really feeling like secure with my body and stuff, my libido was like non-existent. Like, I didn't want to ever really bump and grind, you know? But ever since my period came back, the libido's been off the charts, honey. I said, no, bitch, you need to slow down, because literally before my first period, I was feeling super duper hot and bothered, and I was like, what is going on with me? Like, I haven't felt this way in a long time. Like, I want it now. Like, give me the D, honey. Give me the D. Give me the E, F, G, Q. Like, girl, G, Q, I can't. Give it to me. But then my period came, and I said, oh, that's what happened. So she's back in full effect. The kitty's popping. Let me relax. But I'm literally just taking it day by day, and I'm trying to be the best mama I can be. And everybody's telling me that motherhood looks so good on me. Thank you. Once I decided that I was going to have children, like, you know, like when I was like younger, when I decided I was gonna have children, because before I was like, nah, like, I ain't having no damn kids. I'm on Louboutins. Like, girl, I was annoying. But once I finally decided that I wanted to have kids, I kind of always just felt like I should be a mom. Like, I always saw myself with a big family, and like, my kids driving me crazy, and I always wanted that. And so to start it is like super surreal for me. I'm like gonna get emotional right now. Like, bye, Sabrina, you're annoying. It's so surreal, and I am cherishing it, and everybody's telling me to, like, you know, really soak in the memories, because they don't stay this small for long. Hell, I already told y'all Salem starts school next week. Like, the child is doing the most. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm living in a dream. I really do. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Listen, man, if you think that you don't want kids or you don't like kids, because I don't like kids either, you know? I love babies, but there's like an age gap where I'm like, get these damn pick-me away from me. Like, get them away, you know? I think when they're your own kids, it's different. And so when people say, like, I don't like kids, you know, I'm just like, me either, child. But I like mine. I think that you should reconsider, you know, and have one. They're so fun. Like, they're actually so fun. Salem is hilarious. Like, she can't even talk, and she makes me laugh every single day. For first time moms, if you're pregnant right now and you're like freaking out about it, girl, don't. everything's gonna come to you with ease. Like, sometimes it's gonna be tough and you're gonna be frustrated because you're mother effing tired. That's definitely something. But you get used to the tiredness and you learn to work through the tiredness. Like with me, bitch, I'm tired all the time. If I could sleep until 5 p.m. and not be considered a lazy bitch, I would do it. But obviously I can't, because whenever the baby gets up, that means that I have to get up too. And she doesn't really take naps, so I kind of have to work around her schedule. And sometimes if I try to sneak away, then she wakes up too, and it's just like, can a bitch get a break? But there are no breaks in motherhood. And you'll learn that, and you'll learn to accept it, and you'll figure out how to do stuff with your baby on your hip. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just bring this child to the bathroom with me, and you get no privacy. And it's just like, is this what my life has become? Every time my mom comes over and she's with Salem, she just keeps saying, she reminds me so much of you when you were a baby. And she's literally making the mistake of calling Salem Sabrina, and she keeps catching herself. She's like, she's calling Salem Sabrina. Like, the other day we were at the car dealership, and my mom literally was talking to the finance guy, because every time I go to the car dealership, he's there, right? So he knows who I am. And so he's met my mom before, but I think the last time I was there, I was pregnant. So when my mom came into the office, she's like, hey, did you meet Sabrina yet? And so I was like, meet Sabrina? What are you talking about? He was like, no, I haven't. So he was thinking that I named my child after myself. And then my mom kept saying, meet Sabrina, meet Sabrina. And then I was like, Mom, I'm Sabrina. What are you talking about? And then she's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, yeah, hot ass mess. But she's forever calling Salem Sabrina. Because literally when I was small, I acted just like Salem's acting now. And I was fat as hell. I was the rolliest, poliest baby you ever saw. And so my mom is like forever having like memories of me while she watches Salem, and she's obviously loving it because she feels young again, child. She feels like it's 1992 all over again, and she got little Sabrina in her lap. But it's actually really funny. What was I even saying before I started ranting about that? I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Throughout my whole entire pregnancy, and then when I brought Salem home, for the first like 4 months, I went without drinking. And then I just started doing my research about it and decided when she started slowing down on my breast milk, then I started introducing wine back into my diet. Because a bitch needs to relax, bitch. I'm so freaking sorry about it, but I definitely do drink wine. I don't really drink hard liquor anymore, but I haven't really been drinking hard liquor since for a couple of years now. I've been a wine drinker for a while. Once I decided I was grown, I said, buy liquor, buy booze. I just want some wine. And so I do drink wine, but I try to time it around her feedings, because I try to make sure I'm not drinking too close to when she's gonna feed. And now that she doesn't really drink during the daytime, she like nibbles on my breast. Like, it's literally like 5 minutes. Sometimes she'll eat for 10 minutes, and then other times she'll eat until she falls asleep. But because she doesn't like to take naps in the day, she likes to experience the daytime. It's a good chunk of day where I can have a glass of wine, and I know she's not going to eat for a while. Before 6 months, if you're going to decide to have a drink, it should be, I believe, 4 hours between feedings. So you shouldn't feed for 4 hours, which is great if you have a pump, because then you could feed your baby breast milk from the bottle. A lot of the times during the day, she refuses my breast, so I don't feed her if I drank, because she's eating solids now anyway. So a lot of the times she just has solids or one of her pouches, and she's good, and then I could chill and wait till the alcohol leaves my system. It hasn't been affecting her. She's like super advanced actually. So, I mean, everybody can't be so lucky, child. But she's good. When I went to her doctor's appointment, this is turning into a baby update. When I went to her doctor's appointment the other day, and I was telling the doctor all the things that Salem does, the doctor was like, oh, that sounds, that's like 9 months that she's, you know. And so I was like, 9 months, that's 3 months ahead of schedule, Salem. You better work it, honey. Well, I mean, she weighs 22 pounds, so she should be she should be ahead of schedule. Her brain functions are good, okay? So we don't need to worry about that. I know some people are gonna judge me for drinking wine, but you try being at home all day with an active baby. You need a glass of wine too. I still take my prenatal vitamins, but I don't take them as often because I forget. And I used to have an alarm set so that I would always take them, but I don't have an alarm set anymore, so I've been missing them. And I think I'm gonna reset the alarm because I need to remember to take them. I feel like something that I was unaware of while being pregnant, nobody informed me about this. I didn't hear about this until after I gave birth, but there is something called postnatal shedding. And basically what that is when your hair starts to thin out, and you know, it's thinning out in the front, which sucks because obviously who wants their hair to be thinning out? Not me. I think that's probably been one of the things that's been the most difficult for me to deal with because I love my natural hair, and for me to first experience that, it kind of shocked me at first, and I was a little emotional about it at first, and I was like, why didn't anybody tell me this part? Nobody told me that I was gonna lose my damn luscious locks if I had a baby. It's very common. It's not something that's uncommon, but you guys probably noticed that my edges are not as flourishing as they used to be, and you're like, what the hell's wrong with Booge? But I can't do anything about it, and it sucks, but I've just been wearing my hair out and natural and not doing anything to it, because the more you pull and tug at it, the more hair is gonna fall out. And like, I mean, it doesn't come out in clumps. It's weird. Like, it's like one day it was there and the next day it wasn't. And so the front of my hair is really thin, and I don't like to look at it. It still does bother me, but I know that it'll grow back, so I'm not tripping about it. But I've seen worse, so I'm blessed to have it at the level that it's at. Like I said, you sacrifice yourself when you have a baby, and so it's all just a part of the process. I just wish somebody would have told me and it wasn't going to be a shock or a surprise to me, because I had no idea about this. I didn't know women go through all kinds of changes and stuff, you know. Well, I knew you go through changes, but I didn't know that you're gonna lose your damn hair. I said, do I got alopecia? What's going on? And the front of my hair is thinning. The rest of my hair is fine. I still have length. It's just thinning in the front. I said, this is male pattern baldness. I gotta go. Me and Salem are losing hair together, so, you know, like mother, like daughter. And I think that's the biggest change, other than body changes, that I've had to deal with. And so if you're a new mom, expect shedding. You know, some moms are blessed and they don't suffer with that, but I definitely did. Because when you're pregnant, your edges are flourishing, your hair is long and thick, shiny. Well, some women get the dull hair, but I didn't experience that. I had, you know, pretty decent hair growth, I guess, once I was pregnant, because I did cut my hair while I was pregnant on the full moon, and that shit grew right the fuck back. It's like I didn't cut it, and then now it's all falling out. So yeah, so if you didn't know that, now you know. And somebody actually commented the other day on my video. I don't know if they deleted their comment or not, because I did respond to them and I explained to them, you know, about my hair, but they told me that I need miracle drops and not to block them. And so I just explained to them that I just gave birth, you know, bitch. I just gave birth and my edges aren't looking the greatest, but I bet you a bald ninny, so you need to leave me the fuck alone. I didn't say all that, I really didn't, but that's how I was feeling. I was just like, why would you even comment that? Like, come on now. Why? Anyway, that's basically it. My stomach is hurting, honey. Ooh, child. I gotta go. I'm like, my tummy feels like, ooh, I don't know. But I have to go. I really do. I love you all so very much. And I will see you in the next one.